Welcome. We've got some thrilling Arsenal news lined up for you, so stay tuned until the end to catch all the latest updates. And don't forget to leave 300 likes to keep us motivated in bringing you the latest Arsenal updates. Victor Gyökeres has offered a measured reflection on his first season at Arsenal, speaking with quiet pride of the contribution he made after an initial period of genuine adjustment. Arriving from Sporting CP with a formidable goal-scoring record and a substantial transfer fee, the Swedish forward faced the intense demands of the Premier League and Mikel Arteta's system. Once he had settled, however, his comfort and effectiveness grew steadily. Greater familiarity with his teammates' movement and patterns of play proved decisive in forging a stronger on-pitch connection. His willingness to adapt rather than simply impose his previous style speaks volumes for both his professional temperament and the patient environment fostered at the club. Of particular note is Gyökeres' assessment of his manager, whom he describes as genuinely inspiring for the considerable energy Arteta injects into every training session. In an era when coaching can appear overly clinical, this capacity to transmit drive and purpose remains one of the Spaniard's distinctive qualities, and the striker freely admits he has learnt a great deal under him. The comments serve as a timely reminder that big-money centre-forwards rarely deliver their finest work overnight. The foundations laid during that demanding debut campaign, which culminated in a solid contribution to a title-winning side, ought to serve him well as he approaches the new season with increased assurance and a sharper cutting edge. Frank Lampard speak out about Arsenal Premier League claim after Coventry defeat. Arsenal opened their Premier League title defence with a comprehensive 3-0 victory over newly promoted Coventry City at the Emirates Stadium on Friday evening. Goals from Kai Havertz, Bukayo Saka and Martin Odegaard ensured the champions made a statement from the outset. Coventry, who had stormed to the championship title last season by an 11-point margin, found the step-up in class particularly stark. The visitors managed just a single shot on target throughout the contest and struggled to impose themselves against a well-organized Arsenal side. From the touchline, Frank Lampard could sense the physical presence and defensive structure of Mikel Arteta's team. His players, he later admitted, had simply not encountered such relentless closing down during their time in the second tier. Speaking afterwards, the Coventry manager was generous in his assessment of the opposition. He described Arsenal as a side that possesses a bit of everything, and praised their all-round strength. Frank Lampard's comments on Arsenal following the 0-3 defeat represented a realistic acknowledgement of the still very real quality gap between the reigning Premier League champions and a side newly arrived from the Championship. They're very good off the ball, the best out-of-possession team in the league last year. All the data backs it up, Lampard said. They close down all your passing angles very, very quickly. We've not been exposed to that as a team. As they play, you can feel it on the side of the pitch. There's a high technical level, a physicality about them, a great way of playing. He continued, it's very, very hard to high-press this team because they'll play through you and rip through you. So we decided we wanted to be more in the middle of the pitch, and I thought we did some work really, really well to delay and work the sides. Then they just need a few moments to hurt you. A very all-round strong unit they've built. Lampard added that the evening had provided a clear illustration of the level required in the top flight. It's a clear step up, we know that, across the league, but Arsenal are the best at it. They proved it last year and we felt that tonight. Sometimes you respect the opposition and say that. If there's acclimatization to the Premier League, there it is tonight. That's the top level of what it is. Looking ahead, the Coventry boss remained measured about the challenge facing his side and others who will visit the Emirates this season. I'm fine with the boys. A lot of teams will come here and not win the game. When you go 1-2 down it's difficult, and when you concede a third early in the second half it's difficult. For Arsenal, the result offered an early reminder of their credentials as they seek to retain the Premier League crown. Henry hails Solis as Arsenal's quiet diamond after Coventry masterclass. Thierry Henry has rarely been one to dish out praise lightly, yet the Arsenal legend found himself reaching for superlatives after watching Christos Solis dismantle Coventry City on the opening night of the Premier League season. Speaking with the calm authority that has long characterized his punditry, Henry suggested that the Gunners had rather cleverly stumbled upon a genuine diamond while the rest of English football was looking the other way. The Frenchman was particularly taken by the manner in which Arsenal secured the Greek international signature from Club Brugge in the summer. "They've gone and found a diamond when nobody was paying proper attention," Henry remarked. "Whoever the scout was who first clocked this lad, Solis, deserves a proper rise in his wages. It's the sort of quiet, shrewd piece of business that wins you titles over the long haul." Although Henry was careful to stress that the season is still in its infancy, he did not hesitate to rank Solis as the standout recruit of the campaign so far. "I know it's early doors," he continued, "but as things stand he is my signing of the season. The boy is simply a top-class footballer." Solis's performance in the 3-0 victory at the Emirates provided ample justification for such glowing assessment. From the moment he first received the ball on the left flank, the 24-year-old set about tormenting Coventry's right back with a blend of blistering acceleration, close control and intelligent decision-making that left the newly promoted side chasing shadows. Within the opening exchanges, he had already signaled his intent, bursting past his marker and firing a speculative effort just wide. That early statement of intent forced Coventry to double up on him, creating space elsewhere that Arsenal were only too happy to exploit. His contribution to the first 2 goals was decisive, first winning the ball high up the pitch to set the move in motion for Kai Havertz's opener, then delivering a low, driven cross that the Coventry goalkeeper could only parry into the path of Bukayo Saka. What impressed Henry most was not merely the end product but the sheer intensity and variety of Solis's play. The Greek international pressed with ferocity, held his width when required, and drifted inside to link play with the intelligence of a seasoned Premier League performer. There was no wastefulness, no unnecessary showboating, just pure, efficient wing play of the highest order. For a player who endured a difficult first spell in English football with Norwich City several years ago, the transformation has been remarkable. 2 prolific seasons in Belgium, culminating in a Player of the Season award and a league title, appear to have forged a far more complete and confident attacker. Arsenal's decision to pay around £34 million for his services is already looking like one of the bargains of the summer window. Supporters inside the Emirates responded to his display with growing appreciation, rising to applaud him on several occasions as he jogged back into position. Comparisons with past Arsenal-wide men, from Marc Overmars to Alexis Sanchez, were already doing the rounds among the fanbase before the final whistle had even sounded. Henry, of course, has seen enough great attackers in his time to know the real article when he spots it. His early endorsement of Solis carries considerable weight, not least because it comes from a man who understands better than most what it takes to thrive in an Arsenal shirt. If the Greek continues in this vein, the Gunners may well have unearthed a player capable of defining their title defense and lighting up the Premier League for seasons to come. Thanks for watching Arsenal Time. If you enjoyed this content, don't forget to like, share, and leave a comment below. Continue following the Gunners' journey with us, and see you in the next video. Come on, you Gunners!